does work for you to be doing? Something like that. We do that phrase, that last phrase with you. We do that.
Can I see what your feet are doing?
My name is Kyle Marshall. My company is Kyle Marshall Choreography. And we see the body as a container of history, an igniter of social reform, and a site of celebration. And the work that we do kind of wraps around that idea. Then there was a time where I was going to a rehearsal in New York, and all of a sudden I heard music by Julius Eastman, and it was a Black minimalist composer. And I thought, well, I've never heard of one. And so that got me really interested in learning more about his music, his catalog, understanding more about his history, and the fact that a lot of his work was lost and is very recently getting revived and remade. Feminine really just found me. I feel like I very much heard it in a reception. They were playing it in the background, and I was like, oh, this feels like a dance. And it felt like a dance in the 30 seconds that I heard. And in thinking about returning to Eastman, I thought it felt appropriate to build something big and to make something that felt like it was really going to honor him. Thinking about queerness, about joy, about Black culture and community, and the ways that we support each other. And so I've been really happy with building that work and kind of building also the space to make it happen, because I feel like you can't really think about joy and celebration if you're not thinking about that in the studio and in the process.
My name is Kimani Fowlin, and my relationship to this project is one of mentor and being there for Kyle and the dancers in whatever capacity the outside creative eye needs to. I'm there. Kyle seems for me to find an interesting take on characters, history. He's magnificent at pulling gestures and having them read in such a way that there's such symbolism behind them. It's weighted with so much. It's not necessarily a linear story, but it's kind of a witnessing of this unfolding world, of this complexity of Julius Eastman and who he was in his magnificent creativity. And he was also very tortured at the same time, so that you just have that complexity, and that is also seen through the movement.
My name is Jose La Paz Rodriguez, and I am a dancer with KMC. There's a sense that I can bring myself into these pieces. What makes this character, what makes me in the piece that also contributes to the journey or the story within. I feel like I would like to convey the power within, the power that it brings out. Like it says it in the title, feminine, and we had a lot to talk about what makes something feminine. I think we all humans we don't have one thing, of course. So I feel like there's some sense of power when you get to embody both.
Feminine, I think, is such a wonderful celebration of queerness, of celebration of the feminine energy and feminine self. I think back especially to when it was made in 1974. This was 4 years after Stonewall. And I think about the gay liberation and the history of that and what titling that piece at that time really meant. It's been really wonderful to just spend time together, to be in the studio late together, to watch the sunset, to be in the snow and then the sun and then, you know, some clouds and seeing the light change. And it's made me really think about Eastman as well and the nature that informed him. Trees, flowers, birds, and you can hear it in the music, in the flutes, in the violins. And so that gets me really excited about being in work and being in process here at the lab.